What's up, everyone? Mark Loveland, TigerFitness.com, 44 years old today. It's funny because I've been here on YouTube in the YouTube fitness space since pretty much 2011. Been here a long time. If you count a little bit before that, when I owned Civation around 2007, been on here a long time. So a lot of you have known me since I was in my early 30s, and now we're here, and I'm an old ass man. I got an 18-year-old daughter who's off to college doing her thing. I got a 16-and-a-half-year-old son who's crushing it in wrestling right now. Just won his first match of the season with a pin yesterday. Got an 11-year-old son who plays football, has won state in wrestling. I've lived a very full life. You know, I've had the opportunity and the blessing and the fortune to be able to start and sell businesses. I manage businesses now. And just putting things in perspective, I just wanted to state how enthusiastic and optimistic I am about the future of not only myself, but about all of you and about the world. Look, I know there's a lot of things going on, right? You got the stuff going on in Russia, stuff going on in Israel, Palestine. Look, all you can do if you're not in those areas, if you're in those areas, man, my thoughts and prayers are with you and hope everything works out and we minimize the damage and well, save as many people as possible. But honestly, where it starts is in our community. And I make this plea with people. Look, we all pay attention to the federal election, right? Paid attention to Trump, Kamala, Biden, all this noise around us. And it does matter. Who won the presidency does matter. For people who say it doesn't matter, it absolutely does matter in policy and trickle down because federal and state, federal still plays a role in your life from taxes to policy to all kinds of things. But we can't really do much about that other than vote, right? Like that's our power to vote. But there's something you could do beyond that, and that's in your own community. You know, I think we look at things, and I look at things, people look federal, state, and then you have your city or your county. And I actually look at it in reverse. I look at city, state, federal in order of importance. So what I encourage everyone to do is to get involved in your community. You know, I've never made money doing this and I never will make money doing that. And I'm speaking about Legacy at Carbon, which is our youth performance facility. So I started that, brought in the best coach in the country, in my humble opinion. That's Coach Bryce Beal. And we currently coach kids every single day out of the facility. We're the first program within Middle Tennessee to actually work directly with schools. We currently work with over 5 schools with over 10 teams, including girls lacrosse, wrestling, football, baseball, soccer, basketball, you name it, we work with it. And that is my way of giving back to the community. Although it's not a nonprofit, it's not a simple free program. It's something that I do to make sure that we give back. And we've had so many great things. We've had kids, you know, we have 2 kids right now, or more than 2. We have many kids going to Power 5 Division I schools for football. We have multiple kids going for other sports from basketball. We have kids going for wrestling. And we have kids who are, 8 years old and up, just getting better and better and achieving and reaching and totally crushing their goals and setting new goals. And while not many of them, we do have a couple guys in the NFL, not many of them will go on to play professionally. What it does, it sets forth their future, teaching them hard work, teaching them dedication, teaching them teamwork, teaching them all those things. That's what I give back to my community. I implore you, even if you don't have kids, and let's say you have a proficiency in sport. Look, when my kids are done playing football, we play at an organization called the Brentwood Blaze. I plan on going back and coaching a team at the Brentwood Blaze because the values you teach kids through sport, whether it's, and I had one rule in my house, I've said this so many times, the only rule I had is you have to play a team sport and you have to do a combat sport. So my kids started in soccer and boxing, and then they moved on because they wanted to do team sports. And my daughter graduated high school, decided not to play ball in college, even though she could have. She had a few offers, right? But she played soccer and she wrestled. She's a regional champ in wrestling. right? My young son started there. Now my youngest, he is 11 and he plays football and he wrestles and he trains every day. My 16-year-old played soccer and he wrestled. And then he said, you know what? I'm going all out on wrestling. For those who are serious about wrestling, it is a year-round sport. They do that. So the reason I'm saying this is I implore you to give your time. You know, a lot of you guys, well, I just don't have the money to give to these organizations. Cool. Donate your time. You know, there's a lot of good organizations. I believe it's called my Father's Keeper or My Brother's Keeper. I forgot which word it is, but it's up in Nashville, and it pairs mentors with children who don't have fathers in their household. And I believe that's the main thing we contribute to society as men, is the ability to lead, to be a father, to be a role model, to set an example, and to teach the future generation of both young men and women of how to act, how to conduct themselves, how to set forth goals and achieve them, right? So there's so many things we can do in the community. And I'm speaking to mostly men, because if you look at my demographics on YouTube, it's about 90% men, if not more. So I look at that in the age range of people who are likely to have children. So my goal for the next year, my personal goal, is I want to donate as much of my time as possible to charity. I want to do a lot of charity events, a lot of charity things, which I've done a lot this past year, but I want to improve upon that. In 2021, we did Rumble in the Borough. And I don't know if you guys remember, that was a charity boxing match. I ended up boxing because Kenny KO dropped out. So the main event became the sub-main event. And I'm like, well, we need a main event. So I boxed. And it was a fun time. But we raised, think about it this way. There's two local children's charity organizations, children's cancer organizations. We split it between St. Jude and those two organizations. We raised more money than they've ever had in one donation. So we split it between the two of them, with some going to St. Jude, and we gave them tens of thousands of dollars each. So I want to put on an event like that. I'm trying to figure out the angle. I don't want to do boxing. It's a pain in the butt to put together matches, but I want to do that. Also want to dedicate as much of my time as possible to help grow legacy. I want to make Williamson County the Texas of Tennessee, meaning that I want our sports teams, whether it's at Centennial High, Page High, whatever high school it is, Independence, I want them to be able to compete versus the top teams in Texas, whether it's football, baseball, basketball. Tennessee's a little bit behind in sports. We want to do that. Make these kids great. I want to make them, give them all the confidence in the world. So when they're done playing sports, they go into the workplace and just crush it and just be leaders and do great jobs. So my goal within YouTube, right? My goal within social media is keep producing content. Throughout that content, now I get down sometimes. My views aren't what they used to be, and you guys can see it. You guys mentioned in the comments, right? My goal is to keep producing content. I'd like to average about one piece of content a day in long form, and I'd like to keep doing the shorts and the reels and the pictures and the captions. And hopefully if I can make one person, you know, more likely to maybe lose weight. Maybe they're obese, they want to lose weight and be better. Maybe they're just good and they want to be great. Maybe they're having trouble. Maybe they're in a depressed state and they want to see something that motivates them to get better. I want to keep doing those videos. I don't care if I get 10 views per video, I'm going to keep doing videos. That doesn't stop. From a business standpoint, I want to just keep growing and growing and getting better. This year with Ambrosia, you know, being able to go into retail, I've had the opportunity to get Ambrosia into over 10,000 new doors, I believe, you know, and next year we have so many big retailers lined up. Some guys you know about, but this year we've had so many great wins, from Sprouts to GNC to Hy-Vee, so many big wins with Ambrosia Planta. It's been such a great year. TigerFitness.com want to keep growing. Excuse me. You know, it's been a rough economy, not going to lie. And we've managed to, you know, basically sustain. So that's why I always pitch Tiger Fitness, guys. You know, it's a hard economy where people can't afford 5-pound tubs of whey anymore because inflation has brought the cost up to, you know, $100 per 5-pounder. So for that, we created the 2-pound bundles, where you can get 6 pounds for less of a cost per pound than you used to buy one 5-pounder for. And we had to get creative because from a business standpoint, not to get too much about that, but to stock one SKU in a 2-pounder versus stocking that 5-pounder and the 2-pounder allows us to have more inventory, less stockouts, and we can create those bundles. So we only have to run one SKU. It's more cost efficient. It's efficient for everything from the boxes we ship it in to the price we charge you. So we're able to charge less, but give you more with the 2-pounders. Plus you can mix and match, whether you want ice cream sandwich, chocolate and cookies and cream, peanut butter cookies and cream, or you want all peanut butter cookies and cream, all three of them. We give you that option, right? So we're doing our best. By the way, we have a huge Black Friday sale coming up next week. Please support us. Go to tigerfitness.com. I'm asking for your help. We need more sales. I don't want to give up on that. And I think we have a huge growth trajectory ahead of us, but it's up to you to help us succeed. And it's up to our customers and, of course, those who support us. Outright bars are back in stock in our top selling flavors, including the all-time bestseller cookies and cream. Go to tigerfitness.com now. Stock up on outright bars, because whoever you are, whatever you do, the outright bar is perfect for you. Go to tigerfitness.com now. From a family standpoint, I think that I have reached as good as I've ever been, and maybe as good as I can get, but you could always improve in micro amounts, meaning that I figured out how to be a good husband, right? I figured out how to be more supportive. I figured out how to manage my time so we have more quality time together, my wife and I. And it took a long time for me to kind of learn how to be a better husband, but I think we're always evolving. Relationships are dynamic. My wife and I met when we were 16 years old, and we're not the same person anymore. We're not the same people. So growing together as I get older, and I'll be real, I've yet to mature. My wife will be on a business call and I'm walking by in the kitchen, I'll moon her or I'll flash her like my private parts. I'm just childish. My wife is mature. So I have to kind of learn to deal with that, showing more affection, all that good stuff. I can get better, but honestly, this year, out of 100, I'm about a 94 as a husband, which is pretty freaking awesome in my opinion. And she'll probably agree with that. I figured it out. And obviously my wife's pretty much perfect. So, I just got to figure that out of how I can be better to make her life better and make my life better because she's happier and all that good stuff. Really thankful to be with the woman that I met when I was in high school. As for my children, man, I don't know how I could do better. Really, I've never spanked my kids. My kids are well-behaved, well-adjusted. I think I've learned how to manage them. I don't lose my temper ever with them. Even though sometimes Thomas, he's kind of a troll. He gets on my last nerve, not gonna lie, but I've done a really good job in figuring out how to deal with him, how to deal with his personality. Preston, just a good kid, trains hard. He says some things sometimes that are out of line, but again, I've gotten there. My daughter's in college. She's perfect. She's focused on getting that degree, going to a top school. Couldn't be happier about it. Other business ventures, just keep my head down, keep working, keep grinding, keep doing my thing. But I really think that God put me on this earth to coach. And God gave me this gift of doing business and communicating that allows me to pay the bills. Because the future for me, till I'm 90 years old, is going to be helping kids. And I think I've showed and shared a lot of things from Legacy at Carbon. And that's my heart. That's my passion. Unfortunately, right now, I'm looking at about 5 to 15 hours a week if I'm lucky, because I spend, 12 to 16 hours a day in the office on my career, on my job, what pays the bills, right? But I think that, long term, working on helping kids, there's nothing more rewarding than that. But again, like in my day-to-day job, just working for nutrition companies, selling things that help people's health, like MTS Nutrition Immortal and Ambrosia Nectar, things that actually have tangible results, tangible, measurable results on people's health. And then just having a good line of supplements for people to trust, people to take to help them reach their health, fitness, and of course, their cognitive goals, their mind goals, their brain goals. That's what I love to do. So again, I couldn't be more thankful in the year. And honestly, I want to give a big thank you to everybody who's been here since the beginning, and also an extra big thank you for people who just signed on. You know what? There's a lot of noise. When I started on YouTube, it was me, Hodge Twins, Louis Marco, and Scooby. Now there's 8 million fitness channels. So the fact that you're here watching this, I greatly appreciate your support. I greatly appreciate you being here. Please invite your friends. I'll do my best. But I started today off, went to the gym. My daughter, she's in town for she has Thanksgiving off for college, and she doesn't have class on Fridays. Came home, got a great chest workout in with her. Ate my normal breakfast, got up this morning, went to Centennial, helped coach their baseball team. Amazing session. Couldn't be a better day. I was up at 4:15 a.m., out the door at 5:30, and here I am. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate everything. Please support us. We're doing our best to give you what you need. So at tigerfitness.com, that's my site. Buy any product, It helps me a lot. I'll give you a coupon code MAHA, MAHA, gets 10% off the entire site, including this shirt. This is our Make America Healthy Again shirt. We made these 3 years ago before RFK started using it. I'm very happy he's using the term. He even put me in one of his ads, which was pretty cool. I met him once, amazing guy, love him to death. Great guy, genuine dude. So again, you go to tigerfitness.com. The brands that I am a part of that you can support to give, obviously buying anything from tigerfitness.com. We have many great partners, from High Tech to Blackstone to Core, great partners. But you know, if there's a couple brands you want to take a look at that are my brands, Ambrosia is my brand, MTS Nutrition is my brand. Of course, all the cool clothing from Tiger Fitness are mine, and Pump Chasers, that's my brand with Chris Jones. Be sure to support them. And Outright, of course, the Outright bar, but that's under MTS. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Anything you need, I'm always available. If you DM me on Instagram, I return all my DMs personally. I don't have like some slave doing my DMs. That's weird. I answer all my DMs. Email Mark, M-A-R-C, at tigerfitness.com. I get back to all emails. And again, here's to a great, great year ahead. I'm very optimistic for the economy, for the country, for the world. And I hope that you are too. Anyway, guys, if I don't wish you this next week in all my content videos, I plan on doing it every day, including Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a great holiday season, you and your family. God bless, because being an old fart, that's not a game. Fish oil is one of the staple supplements that you should take. Now, for me, I like to have a 2-to-1 EPA to DHA ratio. Now, DHA is awesome. A lot of cognitive benefits come from DHA, but if you get anti-inflammation and things that we go through as people who want to train, who want to be active, want to feel great, you want slightly more EPA. That's why I created MTS Nutrition Fish Oil. Now, this is a 2-to-1 EPA to DHA ratio. It is fantastic, and it has citrus, so it's not going to give you the fishy burps. And the way we make it, it's not going to be rancid. That's one thing you got to fear. A lot of these fish oils, they can go rancid and actually be more bad than they are good. But we actually don't have that problem with MTS Nutrition Fish Oil. The dosing I recommend will be above label. Label, we just take one soft gel or as directed by a fitness professional or a medical professional. But for me, I like to take 3 grams of total EPA and DHA a day combined. So with that said, I take 5 MTS Nutrition Fish Oil a day. Now, I love my brand. I recommend it. It's a tremendous value. Available right now at tigerfitness.com. If you want a great fish oil, if you want to support a company who loves you, support a company who doesn't hate you, support a company with the best customer service and people, American family-owned company, MTS Nutrition, tigerfitness.com. Get your fish oil today.